I know.
Feeling old. So, good afternoon, good morning, and all the fun stuff to everybody who ends up watching this video. Today is a special one because we are actually not going to be talking about a movie. We're going to be talking about movies. Because starting next Sunday will be a year. For the next year, we'll be doing nothing but sci-fi movies, which is kind of cool. It's different, and there are so many choices. We have a list of guidelines for this year, though, so it won't be just whatever movie we could think of. It will be, man, my brain just stopped on me. There will be guidelines. Guidelines, I say, guidelines. First, there has to be, to qualify as a sci-fi movie, it has to go under one of these four things. A, have robots in it. B, time traveling. C, interplanetary aliens.
Yeah. See, we're not getting any Cheech Marin films, like
Oh, come on!
There's no illegals.
Oh, they can be
so I
illegal.
guess
That's what District 9 was about. No. Or Alien Nation.
So I guess Jackie's not going to be on the show this entire.
Oh, he's American citizen.
Adjacent.
No, his family is.
His family is.
I mean, technically, we can watch the movie Paul, which has an alien and illegal alien. It's all kinds of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking, since this is the first month of the new year, when we're doing this, what was your first sci-fi movie?
No, what do you mean? The first one I watched as a kid, or the first
sci-fi movie you watched as a kid that you can remember and actually enjoyed?
I would probably say that it's one of the two, and because they're so close in the age, I still remember either, Planet of the Apes, I guess you could count it because we do have the spaceships coming back, or I still remember Star Wars, but those were. It's like 4 or 5, and those were in there, but somewhere one of those two.
Hey, Mark, how are you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Are you at work?
We haven't seen
today?
you in a while, Mark. Hopefully, everything's going well with you.
Yeah, just holiday hectic, stuff.
Yeah.
What's that line? Mark, I did not hit her.
So, are you off today, or it looks like you might be at work?
I'm at work.
On New Year's, man, hopefully they're paying you a lot of money. New Year's
No,
Eve.
actually, if a holiday falls on a Sunday, we don't get paid then. But we don't get paid holiday pay for New Year's Eve. We get holiday pay for New Year's Day. But I'm off tomorrow, but I get paid for being off tomorrow.
That's all kinds of bullshit.
It's what it is.
So how late are you working until today?
6:30, couple more hours.
Oh, okay. So it's not that bad. All right. We were thinking that, hey, I'm gonna be working all night.
No, it's on days today.
All right. So, like I said, I don't know if you caught this, Mark. We didn't watch a movie this past week. We're going to be talking about what we are expecting, what we're wanting for this coming year. Sci-fi movies is what's been brought to the table. We're going to do sci-fi movies all year. The first month of the new year is I want everybody to pick out their very first sci-fi movie that they saw as a kid, the one they enjoyed the most. Even now, I don't know why I still watch this other than Member Berries or whatever the hell sci-fi movie. I think that's where I want to go first.
Okay.
So, Omanal, which one did you say? Planet of the Apes?
You know what? I'd rather pick. We say Star Wars, but I'll be honest. If we're gonna do them, I'd much rather watch just the old-fashioned Empire Strikes Back and say, okay, if you haven't watched the beginning, that's your fault. But yeah, I mean, when you look at some of these, I really don't care one way or the other if we're going for the member berries, because I have so many of the, growing up as a kid, of all of the night, because we watch them on like Saturdays. So yeah, I mean, you got Planet of the Apes, and you've got the original Planet of the Apes, and Star Wars. You know what? Let's go for the original Planet of the Apes because it's such a long time ago, and
Shadow's going to be mildly upset that he didn't get to pick that, but he still gets to watch it, so he can just shove it. Happy New Year, Sir Shadow.
He would
right.
probably, if the first one, remember, he's like 6 years older than I am, so he'd be watching one of the other ones.
Right.
Growing up, my parents did not give a rat's ass what I watched. So if it was on the shelf, I could pop it in the VCR. So it's RoboCop for me.
Oh yeah, RoboCop.
Oh wow,
the first one I can remember watching. Like
yeah,
I watched
awesome.
I watched a lot of Next Generation, which I can remember older than that, but that's not a movie. So
I mean, there's movies from Next Generation,
but you know, they weren't out in the 80s.
That's when was the last, or was it Star Trek movie in the 80s? Was it the last of
There's Wrath of Khan.
No, there's like 4 or 5 of them in the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so they weren't Next Generation.
Well, no.
No.
It was Wrath of Khan, and then what is it? The Search for Spock. What's the third one? The
No,
third.
That's
What
the
is
third one. Is
Motion picture.
no, it was the fourth one with the whales.
Return Voyage Home, or I can't think of the name of that one. But
That
yeah,
movie was so
that's what
bad.
Whales.
the whale movie?
Voyage Home.
That's a lot of people's favorite one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people like that one. I don't mind it.
God,
I think
that was
it's one of the
horrible.
one of the better ones.
So we've got RoboCop and we've got Planet of the Apes. What's yours, Mark? The first one you remember watching?
It would Star Wars for me, but that's an easy answer. So I don't know if that's more I don't know if we're going for hardcore sci-fi versus sci-fantasy.
We're gentling in this.
Hey, Mark.
Let's
Look at the chat.
Yeah,
This
I put
is our
that criteria
requirement:
list.
robots, time travel, interplanetary aliens, and spaceships. That's the only requirement for sci-fi. Is one of those 4, and Star Wars at least has 3 of those.
Yes, it definitely has robots, interplanetary aliens. Or
Wait. There's robots in Star Wars?
Yeah, you never seen Mark Hamill?
Oh,
Wait a minute. Oh man, can I do one of the different ones? Because I would love to do it instead of doing Star Wars itself. Have you guys watched Blue Harvest?
Yes. Yes.
I would rather do Blue Harvest than Planet of the Apes.
I don't think I've seen Blue Harvest.
The Family Guy version.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen it then.
I'm okay with doing. Oh, let's see another one because there were a bunch of them when I was a kid, and admittedly, they're I can tell yours. The what was it? The Battle for the Stars or whatever. With
I was just looking that up. Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah,
So that came out in 80.
Yeah.
That was Magnificent Seven versus in space.
Isn't that the one with the heavily reused starship with the boobs?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Roger Corman film.
Roger Corman, man. That guy is a genius.
It's a classic B-rated film, though. Actually,
that's not B. That's A-grade filmography right there. Filmography.
It has to be from your childhood. That's my only request for this month. Is it has to be from your childhood, a movie that you watched.
Oh, another one from my childhood that I loved was The Last Starfighter.
I'm actually surprised no one's brought that up until now.
It's a good movie.
I love RoboCop. Some of them is like Planet of the Apes. I enjoyed it a lot as a kid, but it's like, I still love Star Wars, but Star Wars has been so overdone that I'd rather watch like Blue Harvest.
Yeah, but that's not from your childhood. That's like the only rub.
Well, you know what? Last Starfighter. Give me The Last Starfighter. I had so much fun with that one.
Last Starfighter.
Mark, what was a fun one that you had as a kid that you can, that you loved?
I'm probably a lot of my answers are probably all going to mirror you, Shadow. I mean, Omen. I was thinking of Battle Beyond the Stars. What Star Trek the motion picture when it came out like in '79, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been 5 or 6 around that, whenever, depending on what time of year that came out.
I love the Wrath of Khan. I think Wrath of
That
Khan is
was
one of the best of the Star Wars films, in my opinion.
Star Trek.
yeah.
Yeah, the Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan, which is the second.
Yeah, you said Star Wars.
Sorry, you're right. Okay, yep.
Now I want to see
that's
that
the
movie.
Star Wars movie I haven't made fun of. I mean, there's always that. There's always that. Chance.
I want to see Star Wars: The Wrath of Khan.
Didn't they? Wasn't that called Fanboys?
Oh. Well, I'm thinking from my childhood. I'm torn between two. The very first sci-fi movie I remember seeing in a drive-in would have been Aliens.
Yeah, but let's save that for October when we're doing the horror stuff.
Well, we're going to bump into a lot of sci-fi. Tends to be a lot of horror stuff.
Some of them are. Some of them are just lots of boobs that are placed as horror.
Okay. Well, I'll go with the. I think I'm gonna go with Masters of the Universe, He-Man.
That was one you've been saying forever. Is that
one? I've been kind of joking about it. I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I don't know. I'll probably go with that one.
I mean,
It's got robots, aliens, interstellar travel, and maybe time travel.
Yeah, well, I mean, technically, Kroll falls under this, but we've already watched Kroll.
Yeah, no, I think Master of the Universe has everything in it.
Oh wow! There's one I wanted to bring up because I thought it was going to come up in March, but they pushed it back. I really wanted, because I know Shadow hasn't seen it, is I wanted to watch the new Dune.
Oh yeah.
But that's not coming out until November, so I was trying to push that back. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you guys want to break these off. I'm pushing first our first sci-fi movies we remember as kids. Yep. But we could do sci-fi movies that are based off books, sci-fi movies are based off whatever.
I just want to do sci-fi. They're great. The great thing about sci-fi is they're great for games. I mean, that's what it comes down to is, that's one of the things, again, it's not that I don't love Star Wars. I do, but it's part of it is I just don't want to give money to Disney anymore. But the other part is that I The Last Starfighter just has so many fun memories for me.
Well, if you don't want to give money to Disney, you can always say "our matey."
I know,
and head to the pier.
Well, I think. Well, to be fair, I think I have to give them for my son. Is I bought like the originals that. Of course, they've been modified a bit, but it's the 1990s version of Star Wars rather than just the original.
The remastering.
Yeah, I mean, the remaster has some good things to it, but it loses some of its nostalgic charm.
It made the first major mistake. Han did not shoot first.
I know. That's what made Han so cool. Was the fact that he shot first. I was like, yes.
All right. There's a part of me that just wants to ban Star Wars. I'm banning Star Wars. Fuck that movie. Fuck that series.
I mean, I like Empire Strikes Back. I think.
Oh, I know. I'm not gonna. Star Wars and the Lord of the Ring and the Hobbit.
The Hobbit was cool, all except for the cartoon version. No,
I mean, to quote one of my favorite movies, the Lord of the Rings books were so damn boring, even the trees got up and walked away. But no, okay.
You, sir, need to stop eating your emotions and read Lord of the Rings.
All right, so we got Last Starfinder. We have RoboCop.
I want to see Lost Starfinder.
Yeah, right. Last Starfighter, RoboCop. Ooh.
Hey, Mark, were you going to do Battle for the Stars? Or are you going to pick a different one, or Star Wars, or what are you going to do?
I'm still trying to think of one that was important to me when I was a little kid. I was thinking Tron, but I don't think that necessarily falls into the
I was
four.
just thinking Tron too, and that's so sci-fi.
I think I would
Robots.
count Tron as robots.
Robots.
Uh,
I count it as
You know
robots.
what's another good one is Terminator.
I was thinking Terminator 2. I was thinking Terminator 2.
I like Terminator. Don't get me wrong. I think yeah, I still love the original Terminator the most.
1, 2, and Sarah Connor Chronicles. The rest can all burn in hell.
I agree with you. Actually, I agree with the Sarah Connor.
Technically, Highlander works because they're all aliens according to the second movie.
If it's Highlander 2, yes, I've never seen Highlander 2. So, but our goal is not to make everyone hate you.
I like Highlander 2. It just needs a different title.
Yeah.
Highlander, what were they drinking?
No, just like some weird name.
I'm just saying, if the second one is Chronicles of the Highlander series, which I don't count as, all Highlander movies should count because they're all aliens.
No. A Highlander 1 wasn't assumed to be aliens. It's only Highlander 2 that was rewriting stuff.
I'm just saying.
And Highlander 3 clearly removed it from the canon.
It's been a while since. See, there's a certain way to watch the Highlander films. I think I've said this a few times. You watch the first one, you skip the second one and the third one. You go straight to the TV series. You watch that series. Then you watch Endgame. Then you get off the boat. That's the only way to watch Highlander with any.
I don't mind the cartoon. The cartoon is interesting.
Never saw the cartoon. I don't think it play. I don't know. But all right.
Give me just one second. I'll be back in a minute.
Mark, I have a feeling you're probably going to be doing later in the month. So if you want
to. I was going to suggest removing the month structure because there's more than 4 people in the group generally.
Yeah. I was actually been thinking about that too, because that or we're going to have to do double features, which I don't mind doing double features, but as the construct of the month doesn't exactly work when we have anywhere from 4 to 6 people. Everybody gets picked. Then once we get done with that pick, then we'll move on to the next thought processing. Does that work for everybody?
It works for me. I suggested it.
I know that works for you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just verifying the other person, and we'll wait for Oma now. There's something else to look forward to sometime this year. Is hopefully me and this guy down here will be doing the Dresden reviews.
Yeah. I like Harry Justin. Murphy got done dirty. Anyone who disagrees with me can get a boot in the ass.
I don't think Mark has made it that far into the books as of yet.
I'm just the first 3 or whatever where we left off at. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but no, I don't really care for the month thing at this point. Let's just put movies we enjoy. Let's stop worrying about themes or anything else.
Yeah,
because we have a year of themes, with the exception of the around
Christmas and other holidays. If people are on those,
I was thinking, except for the horror stuff of really trying to put that all together, and near
Halloween. Yeah,
Halloween,
like if you're scheduled around the holiday, try to hit something topical.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I still say we're going to do some horrors throughout the month, throughout the year.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen, but yeah. I mean, hypothetically, if I get one pick for Halloween and I pick Aliens, but I really want to do Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which has
starships.
That's yep. I mean, those are always fun.
If you haven't seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I don't know where you've been living for the last 30 years.
The only reason you've seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space is because you watched the SYFY channel.
No, we had it on VHS.
I saw it as a kid.
We had it on VHS. It was almost my pick. Mm,
Mark, have you seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I've never watched it. I know it's like a cult classic, whatever, but no, I've never
for
watched it.
shame, bro. For shame.
I watched bits and pieces, and it was so bad. I was like, yeah, no, this is just too much for me.
You're
one of my
wrong.
favorite one of my favorite comedians is in that movie.
You're just wrong. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is an excellent film.
Oh, good Lord. So, all right. So, Mark, like I said, take your time, think about it. Justin, you can start. You'll start this month off. Let's go with you with Robo.
I don't care, man. You should know I'm really laid back on this kind of stuff.
I know.
I mean, we're good for all of it. The only thing I'm really trying to do, just to be fair on this, is I'd like to really get into at some time, because if they're going to come out with the Doom Part 2, is to watch the Denis Villeneuve Doom.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Yeah. That should be definitely
what month. What month is that scheduled for?
November 3rd.
November. Okay, so I say November is the month of Dune.
Well,
I say we watch the new Dune and the other creepy ass versions we don't watch. I do not need to watch the 1980s Doom ever again. Jesus.
I thought that you already watched that for this stuff.
Oh, I did. If I never have to watch that movie again, it'll be too soon.
Oh, it was. I thought it was kind of cool for it, but I have to watch the extended version that came later on.
I think I'm a David Lynch fan. Don't get me wrong. I like Twin Peaks. It's like Tim Burton. When Tim Burton tries to do somebody else's work, it's just fucking horrible. But when Tim Burton does his own shit, it's normally great.
I would agree with you, except for Batman and anything Tim Burton has done after 1999 has been shit.
I don't know. I like Sweeney Todd.
That also, yeah, Sweeney Todd, okay, but it's not his stuff.
Oh, you mean his own stuff?
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas,
90s, man.
Yeah, he hasn't really done. I mean, sure, he's done stuff. I'm pretty sure. It's just like
garbage. It's overdone because he relies on computers, so he doesn't have to limit things to practicality.
Willy Wonka was a weird one.
Willy Wonka was visually
garbage.
The Willy Wonka movie, the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka movie, and I've had this conversation like 15 times since Wonka came out. But the Johnny Depp version of Willy Wonka was, if we're going to use the argument, there's the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. Johnny Depp's version of it was more of the letter of the law because it was somewhat the absolute closest to the original book, where Gene Wilder's was more or less not by any. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. So that one was more of the spirit of the law. That's how I've been using it. The Wonka movie that just came out was actually really good. I took my daughter to go see it, and it felt just like watching Gene Wilder's Chocolate Factory.
Okay. So this is a horrible movie, but sometimes it brings back it should have been so much better than it was, but it just fell flat. Was Mars Attacks?
Oh,
yeah.
I tend to watch anything with Jack Nicholson in it, and I wanted my money back midway through through watching. I'm like, this movie just crap.
Yeah, I mean that one just fell flat, which it should have hit every note. It had an all-star cast, had all sorts of stuff, and yet when I was watching, it's like, oh, this is so bad. What have you done? Actually, I did enjoy Dark Shadows. To be fair,
that's Aliens.
Dark Shadows. I thought that was all vampire.
No. Dark Shadows. I'm sorry, Dark Shadows. The Johnny Depp TV show based off the old movie based off the old TV show. Yeah. I was thinking Dark City. I'm sorry.
Dark City has got to be on the list.
I love. Oh, Dark City's fantastic.
That movie, like, if nobody else is picking that, that's one of my picks. That's my third or fourth pick.
So Justin, and this was months ago, and I'll have to go find it again. I put up a list of like 60 or 70 different movies. And I was like, hey guys, just flip through it if you guys want and add to it as well. I was just trying to get ideas of what's out there.
You're muted, Mark. Oh.
Oh, I think he's talking to somebody at work.
Okay. What the F does he do?
I don't know, and I'm not gonna.
He works in the steel factory, I believe.
Okay. I'm just wondering because of the hose, right?
Yeah, but it's not the kind you're looking for.
What?
So
Hose.
all right.
Oh no, man! That's just too degenerate. I'm not going to touch that one with whatever that hose is for.
You're all bad.
Exactly.
So all right, so we have a general idea of what we're doing, which is awesome.
Yeah, I just part of it just is like let's pick films that are great for whatever sci-fi games we play with, plus all the stuff that inspired us.
Yeah, well, I definitely want Predestination on the list, especially if we can talk Jackie into watching it.
Which one's Predestination? I can't remember.
That's the one I keep talking about. That's based on the Heinlein novella.
Oh, okay.
With Ethan Hawke, I put the commercial in the chat a while back.
I mean, there's some that were okay, like Gattaca and things like that. But it's like,
Gattaca, yeah.
The idea was cool, but it just fell flat for me. Going, oh, this is a great film.
Yeah.
Was
there
Bicentennial Man? There was another one out there.
Don Williams, that's also a good one.
I like it, but I watched a breakdown on it not too long ago, and it was right. It needed to be a miniseries.
Yeah, but that's true of most movies are based off of books. That's the unfortunate part is a lot of these deserve to be, unless you're going to be breaking them up. Like I said, the Dune movie I think did a good job of at least the book in half, but it was a long movie. Let's be honest. At a certain point, you're like, do I want to watch The Godfather twice to get one movie?
Well, I was thinking. Technically, I know we did The Curse of Frankenstein. But wouldn't a Frankenstein movie classify as original sci-fi? Because it's not magic; it's just
it doesn't meet the 4 tag criteria that we.
I get that, but
it theoretically, part of me goes is well, okay, you're talking about a bionic robot, but part of it goes, yeah. Part of me no, I mean we've already done our Frankensteins. Unless you.
I'm just curious. I'm not saying we should throw that one in the list.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only one really good Frankenstein movie, and we're all going to argue which one it is, and that's fine. But
I think the Kenneth Branagh one did pretty good job, but
I thought the Robert De Niro Frankenstein was pretty good.
I think that was the Kenneth Branagh version.
It might have been,
yeah.
but
isn't that the one with? No, I'm thinking of a different movie.
There was a Bride of Frankenstein which had Sting in it. Anyways, no, I'm just saying I'm thinking of like Halloween.
Yeah. There's plenty of stuff that will like killer clowns, aliens, that kind of stuff.
Well, I was thinking Alien, The Thing. What was Dark Horizon? Or what was the Event Horizon?
Event Horizon.
So, I guess
it's like 4th of July. When 4th of July pops up, of course, Independence Day is going to be thrown on the list. Somebody's even if I don't want them to, somebody's going to pick it.
The sequel.
Oh God! At least they had Jeff Goldblum in it. That's like the only thing about the movie that's worth watching. This character.
The best thing Jeff Goldblum ever did was go into a porta potty in Jurassic Park.
That wasn't okay.
Wasn't that?
But
Jeff
that was the other reason I was trying to leave it.
Yeah.
Because technically,
he got
Jurassic
eaten.
Park.
No, he didn't. Jeff Goldblum's character, the one you're thinking about, got eaten, was the lawyer.
I thought that was Jeff Goldblum.
How's cloning not on this list?
What's that?
How's cloning not on the list?
Because nobody wants to watch Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because I was trying to avoid some of the things in there. Because
I'm just curious.
What's that?
Just curious.
Just because we were trying to limit it from a lot of other stuff for sci-fi, because otherwise we could get the post-apocalyptic version of sci-fi and stuff like that.
No, Mad Max would have been amazing. None of it's
Next year's post-apocalypse year.
That's right. They are making a new Mad Max. Well, it's not Mad Max is not in it, but
Furiosa.
yeah, it's the same universe.
Hey, Justin, it just depends on who is who's going to be elected and whether we are going to live post-apocalyptic or if we're going to watch post-apocalyptic.
It doesn't matter who gets elected in your country. It's going to be a post-apocalyptic country either way.
Hey, I my only thing is I you know, as I get older, thongs, I'm not going to look good in thongs. I'm just not.
Yeah. I am not looking forward to the world as dressed by Zardos costume department.
Oh my God! That was the other reason I think that we were leaving off certain things to make sure we don't get Zardoz on the list.
I have aliens.
No, there are no aliens in.
There are no aliens in
Zardoz.
Zardoz.
No, the outfit that Sean Connery is the alien.
Wait a minute. Let's not forget.
There are robots though.
Yeah, well, were there robots? There was just a giant head, I thought.
No, that was just a floating head. There was a guy inside that. I think there was a robot controlling the city.
Well, yeah. Well, remember, we also at some point we know Logan's Run's going to be on there for Shadow.
Oh,
yes, it does have a robot.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah, the ice robot.
It has to be a primary plot point.
No. Well, we gotta.
Mark is like, I think I agree with that. I see it in his ass.
There's Terminator. We've got. I'll tell you this much: if it's Star Trek: The Motion Picture, someone just shoot me. That was incredibly boring.
So
you didn't like V'ger,
the mother of the Borg?
I didn't like the bald lady either, the bald robot either. But it's sci-fi. It is. I mean, there's certain points, but Galaxy Quest is still the best Star Trek movie ever made.
I wish they had made movies every 4 years.
I mean, and I'm completely joking when I make this statement. Toy Story could be considered a sci-fi movie. All those
action only.
All those toys were robots.
Yeah.
Actually, there was actually a movie that came out where the toys were robots.
Small Soldiers, starring some weird guy and Kirsten Dunst, which makes me really like Kirsten Dunst.
Toy Soldiers? I don't know. I think that's not right.
Small Soldiers. I just named the thing.
All right.
It's on the list.
What time is it there? All right. I know me and Mark are on the same time schedule. Omanal, what time is it there?
I'm Central also.
Oh, you suck. Justin.
5:34.
All right. I can have a beer.
Wait a minute.
Alcoholic
You're always
bastard.
allowed to have a beer after noon. You're not allowed to have,
Man,
or
you take being Irish too literally.
At the end of your shift if it's a night shift.
Oh no, I have my daughter here, so I'm trying to be somewhat responsible.
So you got the wine instead?
This is actually good wine.
What type is it?
It is
alcoholic.
I don't know.
I don't know what type of wine it is. I'm just drinking it.
I told you what type it was, Omanal. Alcoholic. That's all he cares about.
It's a red.
How can you tell you're colorblind?
Does he red? It is a red blend. Whatever. Smells good though. All right. So
wow, EO Geeks actually doing a live stream apparently too. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some of the and I know that we have the list. Is there any sci-fi movies out there that should slightly bin that list? Or should we keep it fairly
keep it pure? We already have too many on the list that Omanal produced to last the year. So
And
trying to bend it.
And again, you guys can add more movies to it. I mean, there's so many sci-fi movies out there. The question was, I was just trying to get, because this was a big thing, and I agree with Shadow, is so many people have gotten away from science fiction for role-playing games. You're like, well, there's so many great movies out there for this stuff that works well for role-playing games.
Do we watch the remakes or do we watch the originals?
Well, you can pick either one as long as you think that they're a good movie. The real point is to have good movies. I don't want like the really, I mean,
no RoboCop remake. That shit doesn't exist.
No, I thought that's the one you like the most.
No.
Oh,
that one can burn in hell.
Oh, you know what's a fun one, and that we are talking about certain things in there. What about which I think should fit in there, which is damn it, I just had it, and then because you're talking about remake, which got me really mad. There's the one with Sharon Stone and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they go to Mars.
Total Recall.
Total
Recall.
The remake was actually more accurate to the story.
It may have been, but it doesn't make a better film. See, I have to be honest about this, man. The original Total Recall was just fun.
Yeah. I like them both, but I accept them as different stories, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Again, but the point was that if I did watch both of them, I was like,
And
the second one,
the second one did have Jessica Biel in it, and
yeah.
anyone that knows me knows I like me some Jessica Biel.
Not as much as Justin Timberlake. He married the woman.
He's a lucky bastard.
No. That wasn't. No.
Timberlake married her.
No. I don't think he married her. I thought he married what's her name? The one from Blade 3.
We're talking about the same one.
That's the same woman.
That's the same person.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Jessica Alba. I'm sorry. Okay, you're right.
Alba was from Sin City, and it's a shame that there's no robots, aliens, or anything in that movie. Because
there is a time skip.
I still like Ava Green.
I don't know. I like Blue Eyes from that.
Wait, so does Superman count?
Technically,
Alien.
Would.
Yeah, he is an alien.
He is an alien, but which version? I'll be honest. I don't want to watch a Christopher Reeve.
All right, so okay. Well, there's the Man of Steel with Mark.
I like that one. I thought that one was underrated for the number of people that mentioned things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I can bring in Batman too, because it'd be Superman versus Batman.
No.
Yes, but you can't do any standalone Batman films.
Actually, they had what was the?
Unless there's robots.
Yeah. What was the thing they was fighting in Superman versus? Anyway. Yeah.
That was also an intergalactic alien.
The Snyder cut of
Justice League.
Yeah.
No,
I'm trying to avoid most
and spaceships. I know. I might
get
cheeky.
Avoid the whole superhero genre?
No, because if we do that, we have to get RoboCop out.
RoboCop's not a superhero.
Technically, he's part of that genre, though.
No.
So is He-Man. So is my pick.
No, specifically the Marvel and DC superhero genre.
Oh, see that's a little bit more limiting it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do not want to watch any of Thor's stuff.
Yeah, he's also like an alien.
Yeah,
and maybe time travel. I don't know.
Well, he is. The Asgardians are all there. Yeah, I'm all for that. Let's just narrow it down to. We'll leave out the superhero DC and Marvel.
Okay, I was gonna do
basically no cape shit.
All right, Aquaman.
I'm gonna come over there and smack you.
I was just thinking of the Incredibles and Wall-E. I still love the Incredibles, no capes. They show like all the bad
it's
things.
Still cape shit. I don't know, Mark. What's your opinion?
About the superheroes, I was thinking Superman would count as a sci-fi one, but yeah, if you want to make that because everybody's kind of burnt out on the action, classic guy in a cape type superhero thing, then we can say we're not going to do that for this.
I just
For
want
the
to make Shadow watch Batman versus Superman. I mean, that's partly the fun of this.
First movie at the end of the year will be that one.
Oh, guilty pleasure sci-fi movies.
I'm okay if you want to do one that's just gonna make people, because I already tell you what I'm going to be doing, which I guess would also count for the October one, which is Spaced Invaders.
Oof.
Space Invaders.
Spaced Invaders.
Spaced Invaders. I don't know. At least I don't remember it.
So it's like a bunch of Martians come down and then they decide to but they invade during Halloween, so no one believes them.
Oh, and they're all like
Disney
4
film.
feet tall.
Yes,
I used to have the cardboard poster for that movie.
I love that film, but I know it's a bad film. But
Yeah, I totally spaced on the name.
yeah, I still love the Donut of Doom. Okay,
Yeah.
that was something we missed last night with Shadow, as they.
I don't know. I'm thinking batteries not included.
I guess that would count.
That's good.
I'm not against some comedy stuff. It's nice to have some levity throughout. That's one of the reasons I love space.
Batteries not included. It's definitely robots.
Yep.
And space aliens, because I think they were from outer space.
Well, doesn't that also count for Johnny Five?
Johnny Five is definitely.
Yeah, but that movie doesn't age well.
It ages perfectly, man.
Oh, that movie aged just as well as Avenge of the Nerds.
Nah.
One
was acting. The other was
what do you mean Short Circuit didn't age well?
I thought there was a scene in it that was fairly. I don't know. It's been forever since I've seen it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. That's all right. Somehow I know I'm going to throw the oatmeal guy into this pick in his movie Cocoon, because that's space alien.
Actually, what I've heard is it's almost impossible to find Cocoon.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, it's almost impossible to find Cocoon.
But not Cocoon 2.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
But no, apparently there's some kind of weird issues, and so you can't watch. It's almost impossible to find Cocoon.
That sucks. That was actually halfway decent.
It used to be on TV like every weekend.
I know.
Hey, my grandfather just loved that movie.
Your grandfather was in that movie.
My grandfather was probably too old for that movie. I mean, that's what it comes down to. That's why you love the movie. With Wilford Brimley. Look, if we're gonna do a Wilford Brimley one, that has to be The Thing anyway.
The Thing.
Was he in The Thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in The Thing.
Now, there are actors out there that basically spent their entire career doing nothing but sci-fi movies.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah, you guys burnt that bridge last year.
Hey, we did everything except the sci-fi films. Then Charlton Heston in the 60s and 70s was like only sci-fi.
Yeah, I know.
He did a fair amount of westerns too, though, and then all his biblical stuff.
Yeah, but I meant to, but all the stuff I remember from like the 70s and things, whether it was Soylent Green, which technically Soylent Green doesn't count either.
Thank God.
No Soylent Green.
Yeah.
I saw that movie not that long ago on HBO. I'm like, fuck it, I'll watch this just to Critters work.
Critters?
Yes, Critters does work.
Yeah.
I like Critters. You don't like Critters, Mark?
I don't know.
Me and him are both in cornfields. If we're going to do horror movies, we should do Children of the Corn. Which is unfortunately not sci-fi. Actually, I don't know if that's sci-fi or not.
It's sci-fi, but it doesn't meet the criteria.
Technically, it meets the criteria, doesn't it?
It does mean he is an interdimensional space being. Yes, it does. It Stephen King's pedophile. I don't know. I think anybody with any good conscience should have issues with that book.
I'm just glad they always cut out the 14-year-old orgies.
Yes. I my daughter's in the same room. I'm trying to say yes, so you just move on.
What's your address? I'll send her a copy.
You don't want to live long in this life, do you?
I don't know who you were talking about. Making me want to keep shit.
I'm just thinking that you send a copy to her. Connell sends you a box. Like, what's in the box? And there's just this big giant fist that just comes out and hits you. When you open it.
Hey, remember, guys, it's not a war crime the first time. But no, it's technically, God, there's a few Stephen King books that count as sci-fi. The Dome.
I don't remember the Dome. I do remember
all the Dark Tower books.
Yeah.
Well, what was the other one?
But not the movie. That's just garbage.
Which I didn't like. Which was the Stephen King one that had the with what's it, with one of the Owens brothers or whatever. No, it's the. No, it was the. Yeah, there was the one where they had Samuel L. Jackson. I think was it Samuel L. Jackson or Morgan Freeman in there.
I'm trying to.
As a helicopter pilot, and they were trying to find out. And the kid was like retarded or something. They found.
That was Morgan Freeman, and you're talking about Dreamcatcher.
Yeah,
Dreamcatcher. Yeah, that's a good
one. It was
one.
actually not the book.
That's also an alien.
Yeah,
it is. That is
an alien one. That has two aliens.
Yeah,
it does.
That has two aliens, and I think maybe time travel.
No time travel. I've read the book and I've seen the movie.
Well, I'm just drawing up stuff that's out there.
I know, and we do have a list, and people in chat who end up watching this can always
and your name is on it.
No, wow. I'm trying to think of any other. I mean, I'm up for mostly any sci-fi movie. I know we're all going to pick. Oh, somebody wants to join us.
Oh, okay. Let's see who's joining.
If we're talking about movies, we want to talk about what the guy is.
Is it Bo?
No. It is. Yes. Sorry.
Do you know how to add people to the?
I should add. I should add him to the Discord thing.
Does he already become a member? Is he joining the show or?
Yeah, he's joining the show.
Oh.
If I can, learn how. Hold on.
There's just a little blue thing right where his name is on the side. You just hit it.
Justin. So somebody lied to me. Somebody told me as a kid, Canadians are supposed to be nice. You're just a dick.
No, this is nice.
This
I was helping.
Hey, Connell. This is internet.
Connell.
This is internet nice.
Connell. What do you think I'm about to say to you, Connell?
Put down the alcohol?
Nope. I'm going to quote Animal House again.
This is the first drink I've had all day.
And I'm going to do my best version of his voice when I say, drunk, fat, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
We do, because he's the sheriff in Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yes, he is. He's also in Johnny Dangerously, I think it is. No, he's in some movie where he's a prison tough guy. He's a great actor. He's dead now, but he's gone. He's a good actor.
I think you might be right.
It's
with Michael Keaton.
Everybody's doing a stream, so I'm just like going from party to party to party and saying, Happy New Year. How the hell are y'all? What's going on? Hey, so that's me being the social butterfly.
So
we're social?
Justin, missed you, bro.
So what kind of sci-fi movies do you like there, Bear?
Well, define. Okay, so we've had this conversation on my channel before that
yes,
the sci-fi movie. I believe that every movie is a type of theme or conflict with the sci-fi trapping. So maybe ask me what my favorite sci-fi movies are would be a better way to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, clearly, I mean, I love Last Starfighter. I guess Blade Runner would count. Dune, all versions of Dune I've loved so far. Star Trek, obviously. Some of the Star Wars is okay. Yeah, we're running out of steam real quick. Stuff like Forbidden Planet, that's good.
Oh, there we go. There's an old one.
Yeah. I actually didn't like Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet. I don't think I know that one.
It's one
Leslie
from the
Nielsen.
50s, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's one of the early ones. Robbie the Robot in it, I think, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's like clearly something Gene Roddenberry saw and went and stole a lot of it for Star Trek. It's really cool.
What's his name from Airplane was in that?
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen, yeah.
And he's not goofy Leslie Nielsen. It's serious acting.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Which I wish we got more of.
Hey Bear?
Watch all his movies from the 50s and 60s. He was a serious actor right up until Airplane, Police Squad Airplane, that period. He was a serious actor.
I mean, I believe you. I just didn't know he had the ability to be a serious actor.
You never seen Creepshow?
Yeah. What was your
No, I've not.
Bear, what was your first sci-fi movie that you enjoyed as a kid?
Yeah, let me just reach into the shadows of 50 years plus of life and see what I can pull out of my vague 70s memories.
I had trouble doing it from the 80s, man.
I was 7 years old when Star Wars came out, and I saw it in the theater with my family. I'd say probably that's the first sci-fi memory I have would probably be Star Wars, A New Hope, as you guys like to call it.
Star Wars.
And that was probably true of Mark and myself, though I remember still. But a lot of stuff blurs around that same time period, along with Planet of the Apes, like we said earlier.
I may have seen that on TV. Ooh,
yeah.
It would have. Yeah, you would have seen that on TV. It seemed like it was on TV quite a bit more.
But
actually, like $6 Million Man, Planet of the Apes, the TV series.
I like the series.
Yeah.
Logan's Run.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember I saw that and was the first time I saw boobies.
Boobies are always good.
I also with Farrah Fawcett because of that movie.
Farrah Fawcett Majors.
Fuck that.
I might be wrong.
Lee messed her up.
He messed her up.
Wasn't there a Russell?
Saturn 7.
Where's your camera, Manal? I can't see your face. I want to have a memory of the end. There we go. 2023. I get to go out with that face. There we go.
All right. So somewhere in the list, I'm going to throw this old Disney movie. Most of you guys might cringe. It's called what is it called? The Computer That Wore Shoes.
Tennis Sneakers. The
Sneakers
that wore tennis sneakers. That's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Yeah. So it's about a robot. It meets criteria 1.
Yeah, I think it is. It's been forever since I've watched it. I mean, it's an old ass movie.
60s.
What about The Cat from Outer Space? That was an old Disney sci-fi one.
Yeah. Escape from Witch Mountain.
Escape from Witch Mountain. Yeah.
A fun one. That Flash Gordon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, the Flash Gordon with the Queen soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay. There's been a couple different Flash Gordon movies over the years.
No, that's the only one that counts.
There you go.
What was it? You just had me thinking about something, and now it's gone. Shit.
What was
Black Hole? I love the Black Hole.
I was just thinking the Black Hole.
Yeah, with Vincent and Maximilian.
It's
Vincent
really
and Bob was the junkie one. Yeah.
It's really sad that cost what's his name? Walt's grandson, the company.
Oh, Roy, something like that. Yeah.
I thought Roy was his brother, or is it different?
No, his brother was Roy, but doesn't mean the family doesn't travel down the family line from time to time.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it might have not been his grandson either. I just know it was a relative.
Real
He
quick.
lost the company because of that movie not doing so well. That and then Black Cauldron right afterward.
Love
the Black Cauldron. I wish I'd seen that one. I don't. It's been so long.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's just
I don't think I've ever seen that
something
one.
to do with marketing or something like that.
It's Prydain, right? It's the Prydain story.
The book of three and all. Yeah.
And they had to cut it down because they put in all the horror and all the creepiness of the Black Cauldron and the Cauldron Born and all that, and kids were crying in the test screenings, so they had to cut it down.
Oh man, because
I think that was the first Disney movie that actually had death, where you actually saw death in it. Unlike Bambi and everything else, people just fall off or something, or just disappear off screen. I think that one was like the first that actually had death in it.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but
that was a PG movie versus the normal, G movie for Disney. But
not that long ago, there was a thing that showed up on Facebook when my friends were sharing. What was the first realization of death? How old were you, and what was the first time you saw death in the theater in a movie? And I just put the alien egg. And somebody's like, you were born in 83. The movie came out in 78, 79, somewhere around that. I'm like, yes, there was this thing called drive-ins with double features. You show the original movie, then they would show the sequel to it, like they did with Star Trek. Mine was Aliens and Aliens 2. That was the first sci-fi movie I ever saw.
There's only aliens.
There's no aliens. What was wrong with you?
Yes.
I know. But either way.
John Vernon. That's the name of the actor I was trying to remember from Animal House. John Vernon. There we go. Rattling around in my funkin' skull.
This month, yeah. I think I am just going to stick with the Masters of the Universe. That was a fun one when I was a kid.
I love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. I don't know why people hate on it so much. I quite enjoyed it.
He was better in that movie than he was in Punisher.
No, he was not. Oh my God. Until the Netflix series, he was still the best Punisher. I will fight you on that.
No. I agree with you there.
I will fight you, and I worked on Punisher Warzone. I'll fight you.
No,
I agree with you there, but his name is escaping me.
I like the guy. To me, the best Punisher as of yet was not Pretty Boy, James Toms, whatever his name is. He's the pretty. Yeah, he's a pretty Punisher. I like the new guy who's been playing the Punisher, John.
Yeah. I said until the Netflix Punisher, Lundgren was the best Punisher.
I don't know.
Lundgren was born to play He-Man. He's physically perfect for that role, even still today. I'd say so.
Was damn near 7? No, he's not 7 feet. He's tall though.
No, he's big. He's not that big. He's like 6'5".
Yeah. That's all. But movie guys not a giant.
I was watching an interview with Sylvester Rocky, and he was talking about doing Rocky with him, and it's like I hated him. Sylvester Stallone said I hated him the moment I saw him. He's 6 foot something, has a great body, great look. I hated him. I hated him from the get go. And they're talking. It's like, so is it true he put you in a hospital? It's like, oh yeah. We did 30 seconds of him actually laying into me, and he put me in the hospital. I'm like, damn.
I took a hammer fist straight to the eye, full tilt boogie from Dolph Lundgren on a film we worked on together.
Okay, now I got to know which one.
That I will never tell. But,
I got time. If it's been
pretty, go find it then.
I have no problem watching every movie Dolph Lundgren has ever been in. So,
until you see me have my fight scene with him, okay?
No, just
go for it.
I like Dolph Lundgren.
But yeah, we were doing a bit where I had to pick him up and then spin him around, and every time I picked him up, he went dead weight on me, like a fucking sack of potatoes. And about the 4th or 5th time, because I was getting so tired, the next move was putting him into the wall. I gave him a little extra shoulder just to sort of like try and ring his bell and wake him up a little bit, like smarten up, dumbass. And then his next move was to hammer fist me in the eye, and I guess he felt the shoulder because the hammer fist, the 5th take was right in like, and I was like, all right. Apparently, that's how we're playing today. All right, cool
I'm
beans.
sure it wasn't. Speaking of him, no, because he's not a robot. I was about to say, does Universal Soldiers count for this? Because that is hard. That is not hard sci-fi in a way Bear would say sci-fi, but that is more sci-fi than is anything else.
Wait a
Which
minute.
is?
You have Universal Soldier, but what about just Soldier?
I got to
Soldier
bounce,
was-
guys.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
heading over to John's stream now, so I've done my Happy New Year's here. Justin, Happy New Year. Mark, Happy New Year. Omanel, Happy New Year. Cigarro, sober up, man. Get help.
Take care,
First
brother. I'll be
drink.
throwing you at
People
John's
love
later.
you. Get help. Bye, guys.
Party on, man.
People think I'm far more drunk than I usually am.
Do you know how much it takes me to get drunk? I don't have that kind of money.
Especially when I'm drinking beer all day. It's like, this is too damn expensive. Now I want to know what movie he did with him.
So Shadow's not going to make it.
Yeah, I saw that. I think Shadow's pick this month will be
He gets skipped until the next cycle. That's how it goes now.
Well, you say month, but we'll just go, like, hey, it's your turn. I mean, we're not, because there's 5 or 6 of us, so.
Yeah.
that's if Bo comes back and Shadow, or if Bear decides to join us for one, whatever. It getting out of the month construct actually makes a great deal of sense. We should have did this sooner.
No, we were fine for this. It's yeah, but we're just going to do this over. And to be fair, people miss weeks if you've noticed that, and then we get pushed everything back, and so I mean, we completely messed up whatever it was, like once per month kind of thing. But no, I know what Shadows is going to be. It's going to be Logan Tron.
There's a very good chance of that.
But so let's see. What are we going to do next week? That's the important part.
I think we should actually, whoever movie is the easiest to come across.
Justin wanted to do Robo 87.
RoboCop.
Yeah.
We've got RoboCop. We've got Last Starfighter. Colin's got Master of the Universe. Mark, just because he hasn't decided yet, hasn't. It won't be next week. No.
So, who has a dice roller?
We just need a D3.
Well, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, if you aren't here today, then you haven't put up your list. You'll be just
no, like for the 3 movies that we've put out.
Oh, I got some dice.
Okay, so the first 2 are yours, Connell. The second 2 are Omanau, and 5 and 6 will be my pick.
All right.
If they fucking want to come out, fuck.
If you can get a D6.
1 on the nose.
So it's your movie, Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe, man.
All right.
Hey, Connell, I'm going to head over to John's stream if that's okay with you.
Yeah. We've done this for an hour of nonsense. It's New Year's Eve. I'm going to say, everybody out there, you be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Granted, that doesn't leave much. Well,
yeah. Don't stay sober.
That's that guy right there.
So if you're not going to do anything Connell won't do, don't stay sober.
Everybody out there, look forward to seeing you next week. Masters of the Universe. Now I'm gonna see if I can hunt down that movie that Bear was in, because that's gonna be my goal tonight.
If you find it, let me know.
Oh, I will. We might be reviewing it on the channel.
It's saying it's on
what?
Tubi. It says it's on Tubi and Pluto TV for free. I know there's commercials, but
it's
that's
on
what it's saying,
Amazon Prime.
Okay.
All right, cool. Masters of the Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Connell. I'll talk to you later.
If you can think of anything, Mark, let us know in the chat.
Yep.
Everybody be safe tonight.
Yep. I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Enjoy your New Year's, Mark.
All right. Happy New Year. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.